guys, so as you can tell by the title of the video, today I'm going to be talking about a pregnancy update. And I guess you could kind of say it's from the very beginning of my pregnancy to now 34 weeks because I've never done this with this pregnancy. So it is my first one, and so I'm just going to talk about my pregnancy. I'm not even going to comment on my appearance because I'm 8.5 months pregnant. I have a whole list of stuff that I've written down to talk about, and so if this isn't your cup of tea, then you might not want to stick around, but this is all this video is going to be, is talking, and I might like insert some pictures and, you know, whatever, but it's really just going to be me talking about my third pregnancy, the experience, how it's going, everything pregnancy and baby related. So for starters, this is my third pregnancy, this is my third baby, and it is my second boy. I have an 8-year-old and a 4-year-old, and then this little guy is due next month. So yes, it has been the hardest pregnancy that I've had so far. Also, say hi to Phoenix. It's been my hardest pregnancy because I don't know why. If you guys didn't know, I'm high risk during every pregnancy that I have due to complications that were with my first. So this was a high risk pregnancy, and it has just continued to get progressively higher and higher risk. So starting in the beginning, I found out I was pregnant because obviously I wasn't practicing safe sex because I'm 22. So it was like right around my period time, and I was feeling very nauseous and like back pain and headaches, and we were on our way to like the pool or in a different town because ours was shut down. It was either the pool or the fair or something, and like I was just so sick, like I really thought I was gonna throw up. And my best friend kept telling me like, you're pregnant. I'm like, oh no, my period's coming in 2 days, lol, it's fine, right? So period time came, period didn't come. The first day that I was late, we tried to find a pregnancy test, and we couldn't because our freaking town didn't have any, like anywhere. And so then when my period was 2 days late, I took a pregnancy test, and Dakota had no idea that I was taking it. I just kind of woke up one day and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get a pregnancy test. It was like 2 days late. It was time to get one. And sure enough, it was positive. So then I found out I was pregnant that day. It wasn't super hard. I didn't deal with too much nausea until about 12 weeks, and then it kind of got pretty rough. At 11 weeks, I was at the ER for being dehydrated. It was over 12 hours that I couldn't even keep water down. It was horrible. So we had some IV fluids, some nausea medicine, and got that all taken care of. And that was just one of many ER trips with this pregnancy. So yeah, we went to the ER. We got baby for the first time at 10 weeks, and it was like just a tiny little blob. He was very small. And then we did the genetic testing just to see like genetic wise, and then we did the gender then too. So we found out in September that we were having a boy. I was like so excited. It was the first time I left it as a surprise to us. So we had Talissa get us like the little confetti poppers, and we popped them with each other. So we popped the confetti poppers and found out we were having a boy, and then the next day we got some more to do with the kids, and we told kids,
ain't none of you doing it.
and it was so exciting because we both wanted a boy, and I was not about to have another girl because girls are insane. So then we found out we were having a boy, and a lot of it was, you know, just regular pregnancy things, but I did notice that this pregnancy was harder. It was more painful. It was getting I was more tired. It was just rough. So then between 14 and 19 weeks, I developed like these random pains like in my chest and my ribs and like into my back, and I had no idea what it was. I waited a few days, had my OB appointment, talked to the midwife at the time. She told me she thought it was acid reflux, so she gave me some medicine for it. And then like 3 days later, it got severe again where I ended up back at the ER, and they couldn't figure out the cause. At that time, the only thing that was off about my body or the baby was just low potassium. So we stayed on that medicine for a while as needed once a day. And then it was just diagnosed as acid reflux. Well, fast forward a couple of months, and I was going through these really, really bad spurts of it where I couldn't breathe. It was so, it was just excruciating. It was horrible. And so then my acid reflux medicine got bumped up to twice a day. And that didn't work either. So it ended up having to get switched to a different medication. And then I was still taking Tums on top of that, and then that wasn't working either, and my OB didn't want to try me on anything else, so I found this drink that they recommended. It's called Gaviscon, and it's like $9 a freaking bottle. It's so expensive, and I kind of have to drink it every single time that I eat. So anyway, I have to drink that drink every single time I eat, or I just go in like really bad acid reflux spells, and I still do. It's been rough. I was in the ER 3 different times for a sickness that I had that nobody could figure out, and before y'all even start, it was not COVID. I can't stand the COVID conversation. Anyway, it ended up being bronchitis, and everyone was just stupid. So I've gained about 9 pounds. I went from like roughly 178 to 187. So I've gained like 9 pounds this whole pregnancy in 34 weeks, which is great. That's good. The baby is weighing about 5 pounds, 6 ounces, which is chonky. He's 10% ahead in 3 or 4 days or so, so he's not too big, but we start weekly growth scans, not this week, but next week, so at 36 weeks, we start weekly growth scans because I have gestational diabetes, and so I'm testing my sugars 4 times a day. I have to watch what I'm eating and drinking. I have to make sure I'm giving baby everything, making sure baby's moving, they're making sure he's not like growing oversized or anything like that. So it's been rough. The gestational diabetes is something that I've never dealt with, and luckily for me, it's not too severe. My sugars have been great. I've been monitoring it for about 2 weeks now, and everything, probably 3 in total, everything is going well. And so there's no need for insulin or anything like that. We do have our C-section scheduled because I'm not allowed to try vaginal or VBAC just because it's too big of a risk. So our surgery is scheduled, but we're not telling anyone the date. Literally the people in my house know, and that's it. So we're not telling anybody. I told my best friend, and that's it. So, and then we're also not telling anyone his name. We just have kept it a secret. We had it picked out since like 10 weeks, and it was just something super special to us that we took a lot of time to decide, and we couldn't agree on a name anyway. And so doing that was like, yes. Going with the weight thing, I actually was losing weight pre-pregnancy, so I was down 12 pounds when I found out I was pregnant in like a few months span. It was great. I was doing great, and then I got pregnant. So the last 2 weeks have been really hard, and it's probably more than 2, but they've been really hard pain-wise. My lower body is obviously expanding because it thinks a baby's coming out of there. And so it is, it's rough. Groin pain, hip pain, leg pain, back pain. I also have scoliosis apparently. So that has been hard. You know, I had health issues pre-pregnancy, so getting pregnant and just adding on to it has been rough. Gestational diabetes, you know, I had the low potassium once. I have a low CBC, so I have to get my blood drawn all the time before delivery. And then if that progresses, I would need like a blood fusion or iron transfusion. It's just been rough. My anxiety came back about a year ago, so that's been great. I've been on a daily medicine for my ears and sinuses, and maybe neuro could be something going on. So after baby's born, I have to go see an ENT and audiologist for an audiogram because they found fluid behind my eardrums, so I get woozy and stuff. If the acid reflux doesn't fix itself, which it could be way more than acid reflux, which is actually what my OB is thinking, that it could be something more. If it doesn't correct itself after baby, then they want to do a scope to check out my esophagus and make sure everything there is fine. But we are hoping that that and the diabetes goes away. I'm trying to like hurry up because this has been long. Baby moves a lot. He's very, very active. He responds to certain things. He loves when the kids are loud. And he likes when Dakota touches him a lot. During my C-section, I'm having a full tubal. I'm having a tubal ligation, which means they're actually removing my tubes. This has been a hell of a pregnancy. You know, I have 3 kids, none of which share the same father, which I don't really care. Judge me if you want. But they're all 4 years apart. I'm 22. I have high-risk pregnancies. I have high-risk deliveries. I'm very prone to complications. I can't try a vaginal birth, so this is just best. So this is the last baby, 100%. Tubes are being removed. And yeah, that's pretty much it. What do we still need? Basically nothing. We've managed. I mean, we've got a great stockpile of diapers, a great stockpile of clothes, of wipes. We have 30 packages of wipes. We've got, you know, I may insert some pictures to show you what I mean by like stock. But we've got a really good amount of newborn size 1, size 2, size 3s. We're still working on 2s, just because we don't have as many as I'm comfortable with. But all of the diapers that we've had, never really paid a full price for. We either found them on clearance or couponed or got them from our local hospital, which has really good prices on them. I found some like on Facebook Marketplace for cheaper. So like just recently I bought a box of Loves. It was a size 2, like 108 count, and then there was a pack of Huggies, which was a 29 count, and I paid $15. So definitely just finding the deals online, getting them, just really helped stocking up. We bought a crib, and then after we bought it, because we got it off Facebook Marketplace, and I didn't want to buy a brand new one because this is my last baby and we were trying to be frugal. After we got it and got it home, we realized that it was the recalled, illegal to sell drop side cribs from like 1990, early 2000s. Obviously we can't use this, so then we were on the hunt for one. I had 3 or 4 lined up that people just kept bailing on me for. My room is a mess. So yeah, if you guys do want to contribute to something to buy the baby, you obviously do not have to. We are so thankful for anything and everything that people have gotten off of our registries, or you know, friends and family that have bought. If you do, though, I will link our Walmart baby registry in the description. Also link the Amazon one in the description. If you are outside of the US, you would have to use the Amazon one because you cannot do Walmart. Figured that out with somebody who did it. There is not very much on there because we are pretty set. There's like some toys for when he's older. The only really big items that we would need would be a high chair. I think his car seat covers on there. It's just smaller things. If you want to send a gift card, you're more than welcome to do that. But like I said, do not feel obligated. I just know a lot of people ask about how they can help support, you know, my family, and it was just, you know, a lot of people ask for it, so that we do have registries. If you don't want to follow links, you can literally just go look up Tori Glover on Amazon or Walmart and find it. There is like 3 different Amazon ones because I literally cannot remember my freaking Amazon information for all of those. So it's the one that doesn't have a changing pad, because we have a changing table, and then someone got our changing pad off our registry and sent it to us, and then it was too big, and so I had to take it back. But I can't get back into that Amazon registry to delete it off that. So if you are going to look up our registry, make sure you get the registry that does not have the changing pad. I think that's it. If you guys have any questions or anything, let me know. I'm clear 34 weeks, so you might only see 1 more video or 2 more updates. I'm slacking, but it's hard to find the time, motivation, energy. I'm gonna insert some baby pictures so you guys can see how it's going, And yeah, if you guys enjoyed, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more.